Why be stuck inside with a morbidly obese Heffalo during this pandemic when you can lock yourself in with Uncle Nick Tyrella, the womanizing misanthrope who gets off when you're pissed off? Wee! Follow the adventures of Uncle Nick as he goes back to college and drops truth bombs behind the enemy lines of social justice warriors. Pour yourself a menagerie and burn the midnight with Frank Cervi's red pill icon today. A link is in the description.
What's up, you pickle puffin' altar boys? Terrence Popp here, Redonkulas.com. Bad Pop showed up today because I'm gonna tell you something that you probably already know. The left, they're full of spineless hypocrites. Oh, you don't believe me? That's okay, you know me. I have proof.
Believe all women, he's a rapist. Throw him in jail. Hashtag me too. Oh, he deserves the benefit of the doubt because due process in the Constitution.
Well, no one can accuse you of not sticking to your guns, Space Ghost. This is no surprise. We all know the left can't make a logical argument to save their own lives. So it's also no surprise that the party of science has spent literally decades erasing the line between church and state. But you're only allowed to do that if politics is your only religion. Yeah. We're gonna start off here with a word of warning to all of you tolerant liberals out there. Just remember, when you allow politics to become your religion, you will become everything that you claim to hate. After all, leftism can't be a religion, right? Wah. For that to be true, you have to have a bunch of crazy, whacked-out leaders who ignore reality and wear funny hats.
Pop, you're wrong, because a religion needs a place of worship, a place that rams all this dogma down your throat and makes you swallow.
Jews, they call it a synagogue. Christians call it a church, and Muslims call it a mosque, and liberals, they call it college. And if college is church, you know what that means. That means that the professors are the priests. These stunning and brave diddlers are the ones who are teaching our young ones important life lessons. Life lessons like brown and black people can't be racist.
Let me say this, black people cannot be racist.
Biological sex and gender are social constructs.
Something about sex I don't think many people are familiar with, however, is that it's a social construct.
And the United States is institutionally racist.
When a person of color discriminates or stereotypes a white person because of their race, in the United States, they don't have the institutional power to back them up and say that those feelings are okay.
Not one of these pieces of dogmatic bullshit are true. But they sure are gonna try like hell to convince you, even though they don't have a shred of evidence. It's almost like they're asking you to have, wait a minute, what's that word? Oh, there it is. Faith. That is why the left is not, by any stretch of the imagination, the party of science. They're what you get when religion plays dress up as science. Leftism has demonized real science and replaced it with social science. I know you're wondering,
Pop, why would anyone do this?
Well, when you remove objectivity, what do you have left? Subjectivity, and that can neither be discredited or disproven. Awfully convenient if your enemy is the truth. Screen 5. But leftism will still punish blasphemy with their own type of Spanish Inquisition. Of course, they're not going to call it that. They're way better at branding than the Catholics. But they do call it social justice. Even as falsely accused, innocent men go to prison. I don't care what you call it, social justice is bigotry in disguise as tolerance.
A worldwide pandemic has shut down the borders and people won't stop listening to the lamestream media.
They're eating people. What do you expect us to do?
It's their culture!
You want zombies? That's how you get zombies. Brett William Mauser's Red Days gives us a disemboweled world where the end is nigh and the characters are high.
You want to give them the right to vote?
It's a right provided to them by the Queen!
Fuck her, she's a whore.
Still more trustworthy than CNN. Click on the link in the description and stream Red Days for free on Amazon today.
Winning, no. And if college is church, then safe spaces, well, they're kind of like Bible camp. This is where you surround yourself with other ignorant, weak children who just can't even when the truth comes knocking. After all, why would you want to learn the truth? It's usually depressing. The truth is, you're responsible for your own life. And no amount of blame and shame is going to help you succeed, especially if you're a loser. You can win sainthood in this religion by winning a gold medal in the Oppression Olympics. Hell, if you're an amputee, minority woman, you're Mother Teresa. In the Church of Leftism, to fail is to succeed. At least that's what they learned from the Jewish Messiah. No refunds. You accept the narrative and you question nothing. And you call anyone who doesn't believe a bigot. Wah. You insist that you're free-thinking skeptics who believe in science.
You don't believe in science. You blindly follow the doctrine of a corrupt clergy who call themselves scientists. How else would you explain this guy?
Now, the problem with any religion is it needs to adapt to the times to remain relevant. Some do this by reading the room and then adjusting course to keep their audience. Others, they get pissed off and pull the no true Scotsman bullshit. And these are the wacko nut jobs that appeal to the zealots. So in the different churches, you start to see some problems. The congregation starts to fracture into smaller and smaller groups. Suddenly, the white feminists, well, they're just not woke enough for the black feminists. And heaven forbid you have someone in that church who has a crisis of faith.